This man, Theodore Roosevelt, once said, "Comparison is the thief of joy." We live in a world where other people's lives are always visible. Promotions are announced, relationships are documented, success is shared in neat, measurable milestones. Social media didn't create comparison. It just removed the moments of silence that once protected us from it. Now, there's no escape. Imagine this. A guy meets up with his old high school friends after years apart. At first, it's laughter, memories, jokes about how little has changed. Then the updates start. One friend just launched a company, another is getting engaged. Someone else moved abroad. Careers, titles, timelines, all clearly defined. Everyone seems to have a clear path. And when it's his turn to speak, there's a pause. Because there's nothing obvious to point to. No announcement, no headline, no milestone that fits neatly into a sentence. The truth is, he has been making quiet progress, just not the kind that photographs well. He's been learning discipline, letting go of habits that were quietly ruining him, building skills slowly, privately, becoming more self-aware, more honest. But none of that shows up in a conversation. So he smiles, nods, downplays, and on the way home, the comparisons begin. Suddenly, his private progress feels invisible, and invisible progress feels like failure. This instinct is older than social media. Human beings evolved to compare because status once meant survival. Who had more resources, more protection, more influence? Comparison helped us understand where we stood in the group, but modern life broke the system. We now compare our behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel, and the brain doesn't know the difference. Even ancient thinkers warned about this. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful men in history, constantly reminded himself not to measure his life against others. He wrote that comparison distracts you from the only thing you can control, your own character. Yet, even he struggled with it. Power didn't exempt him. Wisdom didn't erase it. Friedrich Nietzsche believed comparison was dangerous because it pulls you away from becoming who you are and traps you in reacting to who others appear to be. You stop building, you start measuring, and measurement replaces meaning. This is why comparison feels so convincing. It gives you numbers, timelines, rankings. But life is not a race with a shared finish line. Some people build early and burn out. Some struggle quietly and compound later. Some paths look impressive and feel empty. Others look slow and feel deeply right. You just can't see that part. The guy driving home from that meetup isn't behind. He's just working on things that don't announce themselves yet. Internal growth is invisible by nature, but it's also foundational. Confidence, emotional discipline, self-respect, clarity. These don't impress people at dinner, but they decide everything that comes after. There's a reason Theodore Roosevelt said, "Comparison is the thief of joy." Not because ambition is bad, but because comparison steals your attention from the only timeline that matters, yours. If you measure yourself by visible milestones alone, you'll always feel behind someone. But if you measure yourself by how do you think, how you act under pressure, how you treat yourself when no one is watching, you start to realize something quietly powerful. You're not competing, you're becoming. So, if you leave conversations feeling smaller than you arrived, it doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're growing in ways that you haven't learned how to speak yet. And one day, they will. This channel is about understanding the things we usually don't stop to question. If these topics matter to you, you're welcome to subscribe and continue the conversation.